It's about that time. About time for a nightcap. Time for a nightcap. I don't want to clean tonight. Got a late start on the workout because I had to cook dinner, and I didn't want to clean up. Just I'll start again tomorrow. Kids are off this week, which means I'm off with them, which means it's a terrible week. May get better to Thursday and Friday, so I get to play some board games. What's up, Lance? How's it going? Hello, Alan. Ahoy, ahoy. Ahoy, hey. Good to see you. Good to see everyone. Yeah, I don't do these that much. Oh, says Nazo Servanart. Yeah, I'm on. Look out. Live. Doesn't happen that often anymore, does it? I'd like to. It's just that after working out and then cleaning, I'm done. I've been working on a lot of videos too. I just recorded my top 100 board games, which took a long time to edit because I ranked all the board games on my shelf and had a really good time. And that's what I've been doing, is trying to get those put ahead. Dark greetings, sir. Howdy, Brandon Day. How do you cope when your wife is intensely sick? Same as always. I just tell the kids to go to bed and don't get out of bed. You got to upload the next episode of your podcast. There you go. Did your Showtime have the animatronics? Showtime. Oh, yeah. Showtime Pizza Place. Yeah. Showbiz Pizza. Showbiz Pizza. Good job, Tim. I didn't know you knew Showbiz Pizza. Showbiz Pizza had Billy Bob and the orchestra. I have a Rockafire Explosion shirt too. Actually, Showbiz Pizza owns Chuck E. Cheese. They bought them out. And in fact, they offered to buy out the guy and said, hey, we want Billy Bob to be the face of the pizza places. They own the rights to Chuck E. Cheese, but they wanted but they didn't own the rights to their animatronics. Showbiz Pizza didn't. And the guy said, no. And they left him and went with Chuck E. Cheese. And he lost all of his. There's a documentary about it. He lost all his entire sales force, went down to one person, him. And he really doesn't work that much anymore. And there's like 3 or 4 known Rockafire Explosions still in existence today, like performing. You have to get some type of special permission to publicly perform. Like there's some private ones, but I think there's only 2 or 3 places where you can publicly see them and they are licensed to perform with him. So, yeah. Yeah. Schedule does get busy over time. Seen any Peacemaker Season 2? I did. Bruce and I will review it weeks from now, probably a month from now, because we're going to do spoilers. So we're going to give time to people to watch it, then we review it. Michael is rubbing it in that he got a bunch of games in this weekend. I got nothing. And I got a new expansion coming in Saturday that I want to play. And there's one game, Michael. Michael, have you heard of luthier? It's like you're making classical instruments for an orchestra. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Anyway, that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Tim. Showbiz. You had a Showbiz Pizza back in the day. Yeah, Mobile, Alabama, where we never had one growing up, but when we went to see my grandmother had Chuck E. Cheese in North Alabama, and in South Alabama they had Showbiz Pizza. And I'll be honest, I love Showbiz Pizza more. I thought the pizza was better, even though it probably didn't matter. And I love Billy Bob and all his animals because, I mean, they got a space dog and a rock gorilla. And Chuck E. Cheese was fine too, but and I got a Chuck E. Cheese t-shirt too, but, went with the Showbiz tonight. A Dodgers-Mariners World Series would be good for the West Coast, right? But, and wouldn't require that much travel. However, I'm cheering so hard for Milwaukee, but Milwaukee is cooked now. You know that. After losing, they're cooked. They're done. Milwaukee's out. and the Mariners are just blowing away the Blue Jays. I'm so happy, but I never thought would happen. Either team, Blue Jays or Mariners win, it was anyone but the Dodgers was the thing. The Dodgers are I'd probably like to see the M's go maybe. Marcel, my good friend, cheers for the Blue Jays, so I cheer for the Blue Jays for him. And I love the Brewers, the Brew Crew. Brewers Mariners would have been great because neither one has ever won a World Series before. But Brewers just didn't come to play, and the Dodgers are getting in their stride. I hope it's anyone but the Dodgers right now is who I'm cheering for. I didn't have Peter Pan pizza. What's up, Quentin? Yeah, pizzerias with animatronic bands. That was a big part of my childhood. It was great. Will I review Fantastic Four? Yes, I will. That review comes out on Princes of the Universe, November 3rd. We just recorded it. So I've got to put it together. I've got a few more interviews, and then Wes came over and we talked about Fantastic Four. I have seen Alien Earth. Again, Alien Earth and Peacemaker Season 2. That's what I want to talk about with Bruce when he's just really, really busy. So it'll be mid-November before we get to it. But I do want to review Alien Earth because I did see it. You're here so you can avoid studying for statistics. Great. I'm going to be the reason you fail. Yeah, I want to play it because I'm going to throw a pretty penny down, Michael. I want to make sure it looks good. It looks great. Like I saw a little bit of a playthrough, and I liked it, but I'm sitting on the fence because I got to get the deluxe, and that's going to be a pretty penny. And I don't buy many games, but I don't know if I can get there. Even though I just made an easy $100 this week, so it's like $100 cheaper. I don't know if I'd made another 100, maybe if I make some petty cash. I do have a $300, $500, $600 check coming my way again. And then hopefully another $250. If I get the $250 check from someone who bought one of my plays, the check got lost in the mail. They sent it, but it got lost. And I've been asking for another one, and they haven't sent it. So if they send that check, Michael, that's just about going to cover the whole cost of that deluxe edition of Luthier. I may use my rightfully gotten gains for selling a dinner theater script, and use that to pay for the game. Yeah, Drew Struzan passed away. So I heard about that. You're displaced, stuck in Seattle. Anybody but the M's. That's what you said, Brandon. Nah, M's, Blue Jays, Brewers. Doesn't matter. Not the Dodgers. Not the Dodgers. Can't do Dodgers. Can't do Dodgers. I hated the Phillies, so I cheered for the Dodgers to beat the Phillies, but now I'm all against Dodgers. You're rereading John Whitman's Galaxy of Fear series. It's excellent. And Death Troopers is fun too. Hello, Games Freak. I am going to see Back to the Future, Tanner. I have a dinner theater show I'm in. I'm a vampire. Again, it's a sequel. And I just kidded with them. She said, Matt, we need a Christmas show. Do you have anything? I was like, yeah. And I talked about the vampire play is Varney. I said, it's Varney Saves Christmas. I'm kidding. I'm not going to write that. But either way, though, Back to the Future, I'll have to go to the Thursday night showing. Why are they doing it around Halloween? I don't know. It's not really a scary movie. Did it come out originally around Halloween? Is that why? But yeah, I got to see Back to the Future in theaters. Absolutely. My biggest regret was one year they played all three back to back to back. And I couldn't get my brother to go, and I didn't want to sit 6 hours in a theater by myself. I should have done it. No way do you want to see Seattle win, says Michael. I get that, but Seattle's never won one before. So I can't hate Seattle, the M's. But like I said, Marcel cheers for the Blue Jays. I cheer for the Blue Jays for him. But I don't think the Blue Jays are going to make it. And the Brewers are cooked. They're done. They're so pathetic right now. At least the Blue Jays have a chance. Obviously, they got to win one. No, they've got to win 2 out of 3 in Milwaukee. I just don't think they're going to do that. I mean, there's a chance. There's always a chance. I believe there is 0 chance for the Brewers right now, for being honest. Thank you, Cantina Conversations. Appreciate it. Inbound. You thought it was the most comic accurate? Even the female Silver Surfer. They put it in the 60s. There, well, we talk about it. We don't. I mean, you're going to be surprised. I don't hate it as much as everyone thinks I might, but I don't think it was perfect. But no, I mean, it was fine. Yeah, you think about Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic pizza, right? That's where they got it from, those old animatronic stores. And the thing is, it's a lost entertainment. Today, when there was a Chuck E. Cheese here, in the early days, they had one Chuck E. Cheese puppet that moved. And then he didn't move, and then they just removed him because he was old and his jaw was falling off, and he was kind of freaky looking. But my little girls loved that animatronic that would sing and everything. And they just don't care about, and animatronics can get better. They've gotten better over time. And I think kids would actually enjoy animatronics, with their pizza. But who am I, right? Yeah, Michael, thanks. The girls are really nice. Those were my two stage wives, Robin and Candace. And I'll be honest, I have spent a lot of time with those girls. They're very sweet girls. Robin's boyfriend, Michael, is on the podcast, and he's very interesting. Very interesting dude. Interviewed him for 2 episodes. They're coming up on Prince of the Universe. And Candace and her daughter. The daughter was not able to come in. She's also in the show. And I want the daughter to come in, and Candace wants a rematch. She doesn't think she did very well. But I took a picture of them in the studio. Hold on. Let's see if I still have it. Let me, just to show y'all, if y'all are watching, or yeah, listen to a more civilized age. Well, maybe not. I thought I sent Wes a picture of all of us, and I guess I didn't. Maybe I did not. Well, interesting. Who did I send this picture to then? Hold on. Let me see if I still have the picture. I thought I took a picture of us together, and I did not. In the studio. It's not here. Well, I'll be. All right, hold on. I may have a picture of them. Jeez, to frag. Hold on. That's Robin. And that's her favorite picture with her vampire teeth in. And then that's Candace. And that's her daughter, Scout, who will be on the podcast later on. Gosh, I did a face reveal. I guess I should have asked him if that was all right. But oh well. So they're very sweet ladies that were fun to have on the podcast. Wes is on, and Wes and Robin really know each other, and Wes has been cracking on Robin through these episodes. Michael, he said it's like overloading on sugar after Halloween and then feeling sick the day after. He just feels sick because they're so sweet. It's so funny. Let's see. I'm far behind. Let's see. I'll be eating a large pretzel bites, beer, cheese dip, and watching Paranorman. Wow. For Halloween, I will be doing a dinner theater show dressed as a vampire, murder mystery. And actually, yeah, I thought so. Back to the Future was a summer release, and why is it coming out in October? I don't understand. Why not a scary movie? I'm happy because I'm going to go see it. I'm just asking. But the lowest, we have sold out November 1st, and the lowest date right now is Halloween night, which I was questioning why we're going to do it Halloween night. But I wouldn't say there's no one, but it's the one that's going to get canceled unless it picks up. But I don't know who would want to go there for Halloween night. Don't you got other things going on? I don't know. But I mean, yeah, it lands on a weekend, so you may as well. But I don't know. We'll see if it sells out. Nothing is sold out except for the first. November 1st sold out before tickets went on sale. Someone booked the whole show. And so because of that, they opened up an entire weekend because they were expecting a full, because the first one sold out. All 4 souls sold out. And she thinks that because the first one sold out, the next ones. And even though they are getting a little full, like Fridays is almost sold out. It's got like a handful of tickets left. Saturday, there's still plenty of tickets. And the next weekend, those are getting full, but nothing's sold out yet. And then that Friday of Halloween hasn't sold out. Oh, Alien's terrible about their expanded universe. Yeah, that unnecessary Kit Duran hate. I mean, they try to make him the bad guy, but he's actually the most sensible person in the book, in my opinion. In my opinion. You always read Death Troopers this time of year. That's awesome. No, I was just playing with you about Silver Surfer, but yeah, I like how Galactus look and everything. We give it a pretty positive review in the thing. I have zero interest in Predator Badlands. I am going to go see it in theaters because he did same director that did Prey, which I thought was just brilliant. Badlands looks like garbage, and if it wasn't from that director, I would never watch that. I mean, I don't think I'd ever. It's like, what was that Terminator movie I didn't watch? The last one that came out. No, that series is dead to me now. The series is dead to me. But Predator, the one before that, The Predator, was the worst movie in that series by far. It's a horrible series. I was like, is this what The Predator is? I'm done. And I watched Prey. I thought Prey was excellent. So Predator Badlands looks like garbage, but I'm going to see it because it was made by the guy who did Prey. And we'll see what he does. Hello, Siberian Dream. How are you? Yeah, we talked about Drew Struzan. So sad. Yeah. About why Young Jay Knights being adapted to an animated series. Kevin Janderson talks about that. Yeah. Any Halloween related topics? No. Quentin, do you want to know something? I hate Halloween. It is, unless Mardi Gras is a holiday, it's my least favorite holiday. Mardi Gras is right up in there, though. I cannot stand Mardi Gras. I hate Mardi Gras season. I hate Halloween. I didn't celebrate as a kid, so I have no memories, good nostalgic memories about it. And growing up, I went to we held Halloween parties, and I went to one Halloween party with a friend of mine and had a good time. But Halloween as a whole has never really shined on me that much. So I'm not the biggest fan. So I'm glad I avoided the topic altogether this year because I don't like it. And see, back in for November, one of the things we always do is the top 5 things we're thankful for because I love Thanksgiving. Oh, October 21st is Back to the Future Day. Got it, Fine Editions. Thank you. You didn't like Prey? Oh, I thought Prey was pretty good. Oh, a lot of people didn't like Prey. Wow. Okay. Predators is good. Yeah. That one's fun to watch. I agree. Wow, I like Prey. I didn't know this big one. Welcome to Derry. Tanner, if you reminded me that it's a show coming out again, yes, I'll watch it. But I keep forgetting about it. I never went trick-or-treating as a kid. My parents didn't believe in that back then. Now trick-or-treating's fine. Now that their grandchildren trick or treat, they love it. But for us, we weren't allowed to. Your second is Independence Day. 4th of July is a pretty rotten holiday for me too. I gotta be honest; it's near the bottom of the barrel with Valentine's Day. St. Patty's Day used to be a respectable number 3. Now it's in the garbage bin too. Easter's nice. Probably number 3 is Easter. Second is Christmas, and first is Thanksgiving. Halloween, my least favorite. Jennifer. Hello, Jennifer. I didn't know you were on YouTube. Jennifer on YouTube. I haven't told the kids, Jennifer. Jennifer's my babysitter. And my kids love Jennifer more than they love me. I wish that wasn't true. But it is. My little babies. They're going to be so excited. In fact, I think the big girls were upset that they're going to be gone when you get here. So, but the little babies are going to be ecstatic. I can't tell Ella because she's going to ask me every day, is Jin coming? Every day. Predators was too similar to the original. I mean, it was fine. I mean, the original, nothing beats the original, but Predators I thought was good. I'm not proud to be an American. I guess I am. Oh, and Independence Day. I mean, here in Louisiana, it's hot. There's mosquitoes everywhere. Do I really want to go out and see some fireworks and get eaten up by mosquitoes? And the blistering, muggy, 110-degree night heat. No, I don't like that holiday. Maybe up north it's nicer. Your least favorite holiday is your birthday? No one celebrates my birthday here, so I don't have a problem with that. Watching Gen V Season 2. Dadgummit, Tanner. Hold on. Gen V, Alien Earth. I forgot about Gen V. Gen V, Alien Earth, and dadgummit. Hold on. Let me write that down. Bruce and I need to cover all of those. Gen V, Alien Earth, Peacemaker. Yeah, I saw Gen V. That show is now laughably woke. It's so woke, it's funny now. It's so woke, it's funny now. It's like that new I mean, honestly, my wife hated the new Zach Morris. Not Kids in the Hall, Saved by the Bell. That new season that came out a few years back, super uber woke. It was the funniest thing, though. It was the funniest thing. The funniest thing. But you know, and I enjoyed it. It was so woke, it was laughable. And my wife absolutely hated it. I wish they would have made a season 2. I mean, that's how much that show was just laughably woke. And Gen V is at that point. It's just laughably woke. It's a comedy now. It's a farce. It's so much fun. Yeah, we have trunk or treat parties. That's going to happen soon. This weekend, I think one starts. There's a bunch of little, garbage going on, and so I don't like going. Oh, hey, Jamie. Jamie's got a lot of new games. Jamie, a few of those games. I remember one I said I was very interested in, and you had another one I didn't make a comment on, but there's another one I'm interested in too. So I'm interested to see those reviews. You haven't had trick or treaters this year? Guess what? Back in the day before you had kids, I didn't tell my wife I'd turn off the porch light. I don't want to give kids candy. I want to do that. And every other year, I think when we first got married, we used to throw a Halloween party, and it was a big, big deal. And we would dress up, not much of ourselves, but basically the room. We did one in 2011 and 2013 was the last time we did one. In 2011, we put wrap around the whole room like Dexter. It made a Dexter kill room, put a mannequin on there, cut it, painted his cheek a blood thing, and wrapped him in saran wrap around the table. And that's where we put all the appetizers. and that was a lot of fun. I went as Dexter, she went as Deb, and then 2 years later we did it again, and we covered the entire den in trash bags, and ceiling, walls, everything, and we put black lights out, and we ripped some of the walls, and we had red paper behind there, so it kind of looked like blood. And my wife was Freddy Krueger, and I was Disney had just bought Star Wars the day before, I think. So I got my Jedi robe and put Mickey Mouse ears on it. Yep. Isn't that crazy? But I remember I checked because I was going to be a victim, but then I said, hey, let me do this. My wife goes, sure. So I did that. Got to wear my Jedi robe with Mickey Mouse ears on it as a joke. And that was fun. And then we never did it again because I hate Halloween. Yes, you are the Jen. Well, your Dodgers are winning. I got to be honest, Jamie. I was talking trash about them. I'm cheering for the Brew Crew. No one likes your Dodgers, but they're playing good. They're playing good. Brewers are just, they're just awful. They're getting embarrassed by the Dodgers, which I was really shocked because your Dodgers haven't been aces lately. Well, no, the thing is, Quentin, a lot of people like Halloween. A lot of people love Halloween. Halloween is second. My wife's second favorite holiday, and it's my sister-in-law's favorite holiday, better than Christmas. She loves Halloween better than Christmas. So Halloween is really big. My wife put out decorations last night, Sunday night. She put out decorations. So we have like 2 boxes of fall/Halloween. Trying to get that down to 1 box. But I take down the Halloween stuff right after Halloween, and we leave the fall stuff up until Christmas comes. And we got a billion boxes, even though past few years I've been able to get rid of a box of Christmas stuff every year. So I've been cutting down we have a lot of Christmas decorations, but slowly over time I've been getting rid of some of them. And we've been losing a box a year for the past 2 years, or 2 boxes, I think. We've lost 2 boxes a year. So trying to cut down the Christmas decor. Independence Day was a good movie, Jennifer. I'll give you that. It was a good movie. There you go. So as movies go, Jennifer's right. The movie was better than the actual holiday. Used to live near a swamp where there's always mosquitoes. Still went out to see the fireworks. Well, I'm not. I hate it. Did I watch Predator Killer of Killers? Yes, I did, and I did not like it. Why can't the Predators win one, and then that they all won but still got screwed over at the end? That seems uncalled for. And I know that's from the same guy who did Prey. So that's why I'm kind of worried about Predator Badlands. You know what, Games Freak? I've read that. Aliens versus Predator versus Terminator, and it was awful. That was when Dark Horse had the rights. Yeah, I enjoyed season 1 of Peacemaker. Not so much Peacemaker 2. I'll go into that. Alien Earth, it had potential. But again, I'll talk about that. Kelly on Saved by the Bell was your first love. That was everyone's first love. Kelly is the girl. Hold on. The girl, I got my girls. The girl of the 60s. And this is a hard one. But I'm going to go with, oh, wait. Hold on. Let me think before I say that. Because the runner-up is Barbara Eden. I Dream of Jeannie. But I'm going to go with Julie Newmar, Catwoman in the 60s. And the 70s, Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, all day long. And the 80s, Elizabeth Shue, Karate Kid. And then in the 90s, and here's the problem. It should be Kelly from Saved by the Bell. It should be Kelly. But did you see Cameron Diaz in The Mask? In The Mask? Cameron Diaz? That may be my 90s girl, since that was a 90s movie. But but Kelly Kapowski, yeah. And I don't know who would it be in the aughts. I don't know. I think I just gave up. Women stopped being hot. I don't know. There was a new Saved by the Bell. It sucked. It was super woke, but it was so woke it was funny. So yeah, it came out like 2022 or something like that, and didn't get a second season. Gen V is pretending that the people on the right are the left, and the people that are on the far right, Antifa, are on the right. And it's just like a bizarro world that they really wish was true, but it's obviously not. It cracks me up. Favorite decade, 80s. I grew up more in the well, I grew up in both decades, but 80s. 80s by far. 80s by far. 90s is great, but 80s. Favorite century? That's funny. I don't know. This one? It's a good question. I haven't watched a single scary movie, I don't think. Do I want to see a scary movie? Like, is there something I'd want to see this Halloween? I don't do Halloween movies. My wife and I used to watch the Halloween series. I don't want to watch those right now. I want to take a break on those. I haven't seen them in a couple of years, but I still don't want to watch them. No. I mean, if someone wants to watch Fright Night 1 and 2 with me, I'll do it, but that's a double header, and I'm about to have every weekend full, so I'm probably not going to watch anything. Del Toro's Frankenstein? No, I'm not. Halloween movies I do like? Well, Fright Night, Lost Boys. I mean, there's good horror movies. A Halloween themed movie. The Halloween Michael Myers is pretty good. The original series. That means, yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, H2O, and then Halloween Resurrection was the last one in the original storyline. It wasn't very good, except for the first like 10 minutes. Like next time I watch the films, I'm going to ask my wife if she just wants to see the first 10 minutes of Halloween Resurrection and then just turn it off. I'd be fine with that. I looked so young back then. Wait, Games Freak, I don't look young now? How dare you, sir? Yeah, Alien Earth's never going to adapt anything. They're going to do their own new story, which always sucks. You want to see the alternate version? Didn't they do that in the comic books? Doesn't Newt live and have an adventure? I want to say I've read that. It's been a long time since I've read the Alien books, but I believe they did make a sequel to Aliens in the comic books. I remember reading about it. I think they all survived and went on to fight some more. Oh yeah, man. Y2K, COVID. Y2K. YJK, Young Jay Knights. Yeah, I saw that Arthur Lowry got a copy, Revenge of the Sith. A few people got copies. So yeah, it's nice. It looks nice. It was more about Jamie in Tennessee. It's more about fall than Halloween. In California, it was all about Halloween since you didn't have seasons. That's hilarious. Tennessee's beautiful this time of year. You know that. And Jamie, how you doing with the cold? It's not bad. I mean, it gets pretty frigid, but you trade it out for some really nice. You get some really nice weather. You get to experience the seasons, and Tennessee is very beautiful. I try to get Jamie to move to Louisiana, but there's nothing here worth. Well, I was gonna say it's me, but that's not worth it. I might get one of my best friends who was part of my original gaming group. I might get him moving back, and if so, I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy. Do a Saturday morning about things you hate in the early 2000s. Maybe, but the 2000s, the things we hated. It's a good idea, Sam. And I'm sitting here because I have top 5 comic books because I'm thinking of some right now, or comic book series, non-Star Wars, that I enjoyed. And I was thinking of other topics. And in the 2000s, I mean, I'm going to name every band I hated in the 2000s. But movies, like, did I hate frosted tips in your hair? I didn't want them. I thought they were kind of dumb because you paid a lot for them and then they grew out and you had to cut them out. When you cut your hair, you lost your frosted tips. Didn't they bleach those or whatever? That was kind of dumb, I know, but I don't know if it was the dumbest thing. I don't know. I'll think about it. If anyone has suggestions for Saturday morning salmon flange, let me know. Yeah, I saw all the Easter eggs at the end of that Predator animated slop. But like I said, just the way they ended, they screwed those people over. And can't the Predators win once? And all of them were interesting. But I said, man, they should have made a movie about this. They should have made a movie about this. They should have made a movie about that. I wanted to see movies about it, not just a short animated thing. You watched The Mask with your son last week? Yeah. Did he stare at Cameron Diaz too when she came into the bank? I saw that in theaters. I was like, it's more like, my voice dropped an octave right there. Oh, oh man, hold on. Let's see if I can get Cameron Diaz for The Mask. Hold on, Cameron Diaz Mask. Yep, there she is. Okay, hold on. Oh, let's see if I can. Oh, get out of here. Yeah, hold on. Here, hold on. I want to share a screen. Share a screen. Share a screen. Oh, oh, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cameron Diaz. There you go. 1994. That's why she wins over Kelly Kapowski. Wow. Wow. My face turned into a wolf, not just Jim Carrey's. All right. Yeah, why can a predator never successfully hunt every character in the movies? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Reads of Shaz Minor. I enjoyed that one. Denise Richards is a good choice. You are correct. Wild Things, Starship Troopers. Sandra Bullock is a good choice. What Demolition Man and Speed. And Kelly Kapowski. I mean, it is there. That's a good choice. I won't rob you of Denise Richards. Obviously know the Wild Things, but even Star Trek Troopers. Yeah, that's a good pick. I actually thought about her when I said Cameron Diaz. I was also thinking about Denise Richards. Babylon 5 is great. Yeah. Was it that woke and I didn't know? Was woke even a word back then? I mean, we use woke a lot when we don't like something that pushes an agenda we don't care for. But to me, it's like gotta be shoving it down your throat. Like there's like Captain Planet. That's just garbage. But it's funny, but it's garbage. And anything after that, like I don't know. There's other ones you've seen that have to pick, like the Power Rangers and stuff like that. There's small things like that, it's fine. But when they just go out of their way, like just to ridiculous heights, like that last Saved by the Bell season, which I truly did enjoy. Every white guy is an idiot. Every white male is an idiot, you know? And of course, other people of color are the leads, the smart ones. They never get anything wrong. And the thing is, though, Zach's son, who's just an idiot, is the best character, though. The idiots and Jesse's son, both white, they're both idiots, and they're both super fun. They're both super fun to watch. And we're supposed to say, ha, 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 Whitey stupid. But I just think, man, this is great, man. I just had my wife hated it. But I thought it was fun. I love watching Halloween 3. My wife that's the one that she refuses to watch because it's not Halloween. Season of the Witch is great, though. When we used to watch them all through, she'd watch them with me every night. And Halloween 3, she'd go to bed early, and I'd watch Halloween 3. 8 more days to Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Love it. And everyone dies at the end. Christmas horror films, Claus. No, what? Not Claus. It's Krampus. I love Krampus. Busta Rhymes, and he can't act to save his life, so he's funny in that aspect. Yeah, I thought so. Newton Hicks lived, and they were two different people, and Ripley was a robot. I remember that, Die Ghostfish. It's been a while since I've read those, but I did read those back in the day. He was going to do his own version of Aliens 3. Well, that'd have been interesting to see. The novel by Steve Perry is based on the reprinted comic books. Oh, wow. Did not know this. Yeah, like pre-2009 Star Trek. Yeah. And the original comic books. Okay, yeah. I remember that. Die Ghostfish. I used to read those back in the day. I mean, here's the thing: if they're not too preachy, it's fine. But you got to make up your own mind if you're going to enjoy it or not. Do you know the best movie I saw so far? You had Frosted Tips. That's fine, Brandon. Frosted Tips were the thing. I never got them because, and I don't know if they were stupid, but I just thought stupid in a way like, well, if your hair grows out, that's the first thing they're going to cut off. Then you got to frost them again. And why do you want to frost? I don't know. I just never did it. But I never thought you were dorky. You know, it wasn't a dorky thing. I just thought, man, you're just going to have to cut your hair and then do it all over again. I was too lazy to do it, I guess. I don't know. See, but I don't hate it. Oh, thank you, Siberian Dream. The Showbiz Pizza. Yeah. Top 5 things I hate about phones. I like the phones in the 2000s. They're made of bricks. They lasted weeks a week without charging the battery. And you could run over them in a car and they'd still be good and functional. 2000 era cell phones were excellent. Daredevil Born Again season 2 is bringing back Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones is the absolute worst Marvel TV show they ever made. The worst. The dead word. I ranked all the Marvel TV shows on a podcast, and Jessica Jones came in dead behind Agony All Along. And the only reason it beat, Agony All Along beat it. Agony All Along only went 1 season. Jessica Jones went 3. And that's why Agatha All Along won and beat out Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones is so boring. And that actress is so awful. Such a terrible TV series. What scary movie scared me? The Grudge 1, 2, and Direct to Video 3. So that trilogy scared me. The first one really scared me. Blair Witch Project was super scary when I'd first seen it. And then one other one. The first Conjuring, super scary. Yeah, but the Viking scene in the Predator anime was cool. I just wish the Predator would have won something. I don't mind African American actresses. There's been some great ones. And you can make good ones there. You make great characters for it doesn't matter, You just got to build a good story around them. But if they're just there because it's your token, the token black guy, the token Hispanic guy, the token whatever guy, you got to do something different. Like Scream is so predictable now. I wish they'd kill off the gay character because no one does that. Gay character always survives. So they should they should go against the grain again and start killing off the characters you don't think will ever die. I think Scream's kind of lost its way. The last Scream movie was atrocious. Yeah, Predator done like Beowulf would have been cool. Jennifer Connelly. Oh, The Rocketeer. Jennifer Connelly, the Rocketeer. She wasn't there at Labyrinth in the 80s, but she was there. She arrived. It's my pleasure. Doubly pleasure. Wow, what's something that scared me as a kid? Darth Vader's mask being off, the clone, and the last Starfighter. Like when they uncover the bed, and he's like, he's still trying to form his face. That stuff was scary. That's not anymore. Superman 3, where the girl turns into a robot, the computer sucks her in, and she starts getting all these attachments to her, and she's screaming. Oh, it's still scary today. Still scary, but it used to frighten the dickens out of me. The dickens, I say. That's what we say here on the channel. We say the dickens. What does that mean, even? Yeah, woke. I mean, I don't like saying it that much because everyone says it's woke, stuff like that. Like, oh, it's cringe. Is what they used to say a lot. I mean, I don't know, but it depends. It's to each their own. If that's what you want to watch, watch it. If not, then just vote with your wallet. I've never read Predator If It Bleeds. Interesting. Captain Planet I knew was bad from back in the 80s. Yeah, TMNT turning April into a fat black woman. That's woke. Yeah. Yeah. Dina Meyer? Alicia Silverstone, some people would say that, but I never felt that she was that pretty. In fact, when she used to do videos, Aerosmith videos with Liv Tyler, I always thought Liv Tyler was the better looking one. Isn't that weird? It wasn't woke. It just had, like I said, it just had your token people in each one, but it wasn't really that woke. Just trying to make an example. Non-Star, what? Lord of the Rings. Non-Star Wars EU literature series, Lord of the Rings all day. How about them road teams, Isaac? We talked about baseball earlier. I think the Brewers are cooked. I think they're cooked. I was going to text you earlier and tell you that. I mean, they look absolutely terrible. Obviously, the Blue Jays, you lose the first two, you're done. How many, Isaac, how many teams have come back and won? Hold on just a second. I got to respond to this. Not with that. Trying to find the right emoji here. I really hope it works. All right. The author of The Christmas Carol, what? What? Well, maybe I missed something. Did you ever see The Ring? Yeah, The Ring was good. Oh, I missed a lot of stuff. Hold on. Let me go back up. Jessica Jones suffered from lack of villain variety. I'd never liked Jessica Jones, the character, though. Thoughts on Marvel TV Head saying the Punisher special is really emotional and wild. I just hope it doesn't suck. 2003 TMNT series will always be the best. I need to watch it. I never saw it, but I've heard a lot of good things. Fun fact, the Black Ranger was black and the Yellow Ranger was Asian. Yeah, I know. It's great. But you know what? I got to meet the Black Ranger. He looks exactly the same age. The dude is not aged. He's a really nice guy. He's a really nice guy. I don't know why he didn't get more acting opportunities, or maybe I just didn't see him in much. I know he was in an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer a long time ago, back in the day, but yeah, I thought he was a decent actor too. Rather watch Captain Planet than the sequel trilogy. I hear that. Yeah, that's true. Jessica Jones exists because Bendis wasn't allowed to use the other Spider Women in his comic book when he was doing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he did make her more interesting, which is how she got her own series. And Bendis is a good writer. His Daredevil stuff is really good. And he enjoyed Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, all those people. But Jessica Jones, the show is just sad and slow. No way. Is that what it means? You said Dickens. The author's name is Charles Dickens. Well, I know that. Is that what it means? You scared the Dickens out of me? Did Dickens scare people with a Christmas? Is that where the phrase comes from? Charles Dickens? Games Freak. A really Walter Jones. Yeah, that's his name. A really fun story I had to tell is I never saw The Simpsons. Oh, yeah, Simpsons movie 2. Didn't even know about it until you said it. I wrote the screenplay for Christmas Carol, but on the marquee it said Christmas Carol written by Matt Wilkins. It's written by Charles Dickens. And I remember the set designer gave me so much grief over that. He's like, "So you're taking over Charles Dickens' writing?" I said, "Yes, I'm going to take over some Ernest Hemingway and some other famous authors. After that, I'll steal their script too." She forgot to put screenplay by. She said written by. And everyone's going, "He didn't write Christmas Carol." Going off Saturday's podcast, my dad has made a mission to collect all the OG Batman TV series merch and OG Batman run ever. Whoa, really? Wow, Sam. Good luck to him. Did you ever watch Breaking Bad? Yes, I saw it. I thought it was excellent. And I thought Better Call Saul was just as good. A lot of people stopped watching Power Ranger Turbo. I mean, I was too old back in the day to watch it. I watched a little bit of it and then saw the movie and said, I'm good. When Kimberly left, I was like, okay, I'm good. And I like the girl they replaced was a blonde girl named Kat, who's really cute. But by that time, I was I was too old, for that show. I kept thinking, wow, they ripped off Voltron, which Voltron ripped off another series. So even Voltron wasn't original. Yeah. Let me see. What else? Yeah, no Halloween theme stuff. We used to go, there used to be and there probably still is. Oh, thank you, Melissa. There probably still is a haunted house here in town. Downtown, they used to have them. I don't go. I haven't gone a long time. There used to be one out on a farm or something, and I used to go to that one. And that one was pretty good. I remember I went, and the two scariest things I ever saw, there was a girl standing in the corner with her hair over her face, like the dark girl that you can't see her hair. I was like, uh-oh. And the light in the room would go off and on, off and on. And so I'd go in, I saw her in the corner, light went off, and I stopped. Light went on, and she was right nose to nose. I don't know how she got that close, and I didn't feel her. She was right up close. When the lights came back on, I went, Chugaba! I mean, I jumped. I could not. I was like, Joey Baba. I didn't know what was going on. It scared the dickens out of me, as we say. And the lights went back off again. And she went, "Are you scared?" And I went, "Yes. Please go away, or I will punch you." That scared me so bad. And then I remember another time in that haunted mansion, I felt someone bump against me, and I thought it was my buddy Dustin. And I went, "Dustin?" Because it was pitch black, and we were trying to find our way through this maze of just walls. And I'm patting down the walls, and someone bumped me, and I grabbed. I said, "Dustin?" I said, "Stop bumping me." And I just grabbed him, but I heard this, "I'm not Dustin." And I went, "Oh, okay, well, he's behind me, so you can scare him." And I don't know who I grabbed. And then the other one that really scared me, there was a guy walking in the line. He had these crazy contacts in his eyes, and he all looked kind of weird, and had makeup on. He's going, he has some kind of death rattle. He made this weird noise, and he's just moving around. He's got these He's got these braces where that make these teeth razor sharp and everything. He's like, and he's just hissing, and people are like screaming. And he goes up to me. He goes, "Hey, Dick," and then smiles. And I was like, that started freaking me out. This is way before the Smile movie. He stops. He gets out of character and goes, "Oh." and smiles. I was like, well, what is going on? Like, I was really weirded out by this because he had just stopped. He went, Mr. Wilkins. So I was like, yeah. He goes, it's me. And I can't remember his name now. Ryan, he said, I had just hired him that day to Friday to come into work on Monday. I'd hired him for our call center. I didn't even recognize him because the contacts, the eyes, his hair was different and everything. And I can't remember his name. Let's say, Brian, you interviewed me. You gave me the job at DirecTV. I went, oh, hey. So this is what you do? He said, yeah, I do this on the weekends. It's really fun. Okay, well, hey, Mr. Wilkins, thank you so much for the opportunity. Can't wait. I'll see you I'll see you Monday morning. I said, okay, see you Monday. He goes, okay, and then goes back into character. Wild. But when he stopped and just looked at me and then gave a big smile with his razor teeth away, I was like, ah! I was scared. He wasn't scaring me when he was acting scary, but crazy stuff. Oh no, I'm behind. Did you ever watch Big Bang Theory? Yes, I did. My wife loved it. I watched Young Sheldon. It was okay. Walk around downtown Seattle, much scarier than a haunted house. That's hilarious. Well, I heard future seasons. You know, for a short time, Quentin, you'll be happy to know that Jason David Frank was a friend of mine and the missus. We'd gone to so many Comic Cons. He got used to seeing us, called us by our first names. We'd go by his booth before he opened. We'd hang out behind the booth with him and talk. And he even invited us to the green room party. They have a party for all the guests. So we didn't go because we were too busy, but he invited us back to the green room to hang out with him. Because he was just kind of lonely on the road and he didn't see that many people and he just kept seeing us and we were always nice to him. And he invited us to a few things and he kept up. I don't have social media, but he followed my wife on Twitter and would ask her, hey, are you and Matt going to this one? And we're like, no, we're not going to go to that one. We'll go to the next one over here. He's like, oh, really? I'll be at that one. Okay. Hey, guys, I'm at booth 17 or whatever. So just come on in. Like, I got past the guards when I said, I'm here to see Jason David Frank. My name is Matt. And they went, okay, go on. I was like, shut up. He got me into a con early and I got to do it. So he was a really nice guy. And then we stopped doing conventions and we lost touch. And sadly, he was really depressed. You don't know that about these people. We didn't. Jason David Frank was super nice to all the fans and super nice to us and was a really nice guy. And not like we called him, but we would schedule times when we could see him because we used to travel to a bunch of cons. And he would always let us know which ones he's going to be at. And I mean, like direct message my wife, hey, are you and Matt going to be in New Orleans? No, we're not going to be in New Orleans. I'm not going to go down to New Orleans, but we will go to the one in Knoxville, Tennessee. Are you going to be there? Yeah, I'll be in Knoxville. I said, all right, we'll see you in a few weeks in Knoxville. But I remember driving away one day and I went, is it weird that we're friends with the Green Power Ranger? Like, I just started thinking like, hey, I don't have a cell phone number, but I think if I would have asked, he would have given it to me. I do have one cell phone number of a celebrity who talks to me every blue moon. I can't say who. If you've listened to the podcast, you probably know. Not a big celebrity. And maybe he was big in the 90s. But he married he married one of my friends, which is how I know him. But I only text him. I don't try to bother him that much. And probably once a year we hang out. And the past 2 years we haven't. My wife got to hang out with them. And I watch the kids. But I know one B-list, C-list celebrity who's really a nice guy. And the one time my wife made me text him was for the stupidest reason. He was in a TV show and he was the villain. And it didn't get renewed for a second season. And she wanted to know what happened to his character. And I went, I am not going to text him and ask him about a show that came out. At that point, it came out like 4 years ago. And ask him if he knows what happened in season 2. But my wife really wanted to know. So I just texted. I said, dude, I'm sorry to bother you. My wife wants to know, do you know what's going to happen in season 2 with your character? He went, yeah, man, I don't know. They canceled. They never gave us a story. He's really nice. But I feel awkward always reaching out to him. What's your thought on modern day MCU? It sucks now. Thoughts on Haunted Mansion 2003 movie? My wife loves it. I don't care. Jason David Frank was awesome. Very sad fate. Agreed. Thoughts on Napoleon Dynamite? Excellent movie. Excellent movie. Oh, that's sad. Yeah. Yeah. He was a nice guy from when we knew him. And like I said, he just reached out to my wife. Are you going to be at this convention? Which convention? And I remember one time he did sign on to a convention. He said, "What's that convention?" He said, "Okay, hold on. I'll go with my agent." He went, "Hey guys, I got it booked. I'll be there." I was like, "Okay, cool." And then we'd always go in and see him and talk to him before he got there. And I remember, I think it was in Knoxville. He had asked us if we want to come back to the green room with him, just hang out. And I was like, "No, it's all right." I mean, we had to get back, or some party, after party, or something. He had invited us to. He invited us to something. I can't remember what it was. My wife's like, and I was like, "We cannot stay. I'm not driving all night long." I said, "We got to go now." So it was a hard out on that. Let me see. But anyway, let's see. Popping in to say hello. Hello, Everest Productions. Oh, Charlie Noom. Yeah. Okay, your friend Charlie Noom. Yeah. Yeah, he seemed to be a nice guy, really good with fans. Thoughts on Warwick Davis returning as Professor Flitwick? Really? Is he? I don't know, man. I wouldn't do that. I guess when you love Harry Potter, you love a character, but I wouldn't do that. I'd recast everyone. But I mean, I guess if he wants to do it, go for it. Yeah. But anyway, there you go. I'm at the hour. I'll stop now. But anyway, partial recast are weird. I agree. Doesn't feel like the full real thing. But anyway, all right, guys, that is it for now. Thanks. Lots of fun. We'll do this again. My favorite book, Lord of the Rings trilogy. I know that's not a book, but oh well. Who is someone you still want to meet? Nathan Fillion. He's the only cast member of the Firefly who I don't have autographed on my DVD. I have every other member, even Ron Glass, who passed away. I even got his autograph. I just need Nathan Fillion to complete it. So that's my answer to that one. Anyway, all right, guys, have a good night. See you later. This has been fun.